Hello martial arts family, John Odorf here from the North American Martial Arts Institute, and we are here to do our Wednesday, Thursday Tae Kwon Do class. A couple of things. Number one, this class is intended for testing prep, so we're going to cover a lot of requirements. With that, you're not really going to need anything except for Master's Club. If you're a Master's Club member, you might want to grab a bow staff. Also, for the warm-up, if you have a jump rope, that would be awesome. You don't have to have a jump rope. If you've got a string or a rope or something that you can just lay across the floor, that will be helpful today as well. If you don't, if you got lines or grooves or something that can guide, that you can use as a guide on the floor, that's awesome, okay? Because we're going to do some footwork drills as part of our warm-up. But first, let's go ahead and bow in. Chimbu. Chariot. Kenya. And we'll start with our warm-up. Hands on the hips and a neck roll. Head up and down. Again, we are going through a testing cycle, and we have a test next week, or multiple tests next week. Stripe test, belt test, turning left and right. So whenever we go through this cycle, as I say over and over again, every time we do, always try to prep yourself during the cycle, okay? So as we get closer to the cycle, let's do some shoulder rolls. As we get closer to the cycle, you are starting to prep by working on your requirements even more so. Make sure you're covering your previous requirements as well. Let's roll the shoulders the other way. And that means your previous forms, your self-defense combinations, your escapes, and things like that. Okay, let's take the arms out in it. Because your previous requirements are just as important as your current requirements. So you got to make sure you hit them. Let's take the arms up and down now. And some body twist. Now we're going to do a little something different in our warm-up today. Hip rolls. And again, that requires a jump rope if you have it. But if you don't have it, you don't have to have a jump rope. Just something that's a string or rope, or even something straight like a broom handle would work as well. Let's roll the other direction. We're going to reach up with one arm and lean towards the opposite side of the body. Get a nice oblique stretch going. Other side. Now hands on the hips and forward. And back. So lean it back, shoulders back, keep your balance. Okay. We're going to take the legs out. We're going to do an upward push. Up. Up, kind of like an uppercut here. But we're pushing. We might be pushing somebody up and away underneath the chin. Come up higher. Use your legs. Now we're going to go into elbow. So turn, elbow. Start slow. Work your way into it. Again, we're still warming up. Try to keep that other hand up. Fire that elbow and start taking it underneath the armpit because we're warming up nice. Now rising in front, 1, 2, use the legs. Very important for rising elbows, uppercuts, those rising palm heels. Now horizontal elbows in front. Let's go a little faster now. Turn the body. Keep good balance. Jog in place. Jump forward and back. To the side. To the side. One more time. Forward. Back. Side. Side. Okay, virtual jump rope. Unless you have a jump rope. Virtual jump rope. Okay, ready, set, hit it, go. Great exercise. Go faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm going to take that rope or broom handle, whatever you got. I'm going to ask you to straighten it out. Okay, for sparring stance, just going to hop one side and the other side, moving forward. Whoop. Caught mine a little bit, and that's going to happen. But make sure you clear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back. Now I'm going to break this down for you. I go to the right, step with the right. Go to the left, step with the left. Go to the right, step with the right. Like so. I'm moving back, same thing. Go to the left, step with the left. Go to the right, step with the right. But you got to get that other foot across. It's got to hit the floor. Okay? Let's go ahead and do that again. A little faster. And back. Now, we're going to go this way. Forward and back. Both feet this time. Landed on the balls of those feet. Give yourself 3 fast claps. Okay, this time, we're going to hop, kick, hop, kick, hop, kick. Now we're going to work off the lead. So remember, we step with the reverse side, touch, kick, step with the lead side. Now there's different ways to do this because you can, like I just did, throw the kick without setting the foot down. But if I step first with that side, I'm going to set it down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Next, moving backwards. 1. And come up and kick front. So, I start up here. 1, 1. I guess we can move backwards on the same side too. 1, 2, 3. Then hop. 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of ways you can use line drills, and those are just a few. I'm not the best at them. I haven't done them in a long time. In fact, I just pulled them out of the old box back here for today. So, but there's a lot of different drills you can do with that. So go ahead and go into a stretch now. Standing hamstring stretch. Other side. First side. And second side. Center stretch. Oh, that one feels good. Great. So walk the feet in. Knees, bend at the knees, hips forward. All right, my friends. Next. A lot of today is going to be discussion. And we're going to talk about, getting some of this testing stuff right. If you watched the Monday, Tuesday video, we covered some forms, some one-steps, talked about your testing kicks. Today we're going to focus on escapes number 1 and one-steps number 2, okay? So we're going to start with escapes. So I could show you escapes by myself, which I've done a few times, but it's very difficult to do because I don't have grips to show you that I'm working against. So today I have an assistant today. Mr. Amir Jackson is going to come out here and he's going to help me out. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Give me a high five. Thank you, sir. All right, so what we're going to do is first we've got to do tension and bow. Okay, and what we're going to do from here is we're going to go through some escapes. So I'm going to ask him to put the holds on me. Now, because he's not as tall as I am yet, it won't take long though, okay? I'm going to have to drop down to his level for some of these escapes. So we're going to move up, and I'm going to walk through them. Now, if you have a training partner who can help you out with these, that is fantastic, all right? But he's going to be my training partner today, so come on over, sir, if you would. And we're going to start with the wrist grab. So if he grabs the wrist, does the same side grab, okay? And he's got a good grip. Okay, we'll just we'll stick with that one for now. So he's got that grip right there. I got to grab that hand with this hand. Okay, so I use my other hand to not do anything to grab that hand. And that's like I'm going to throw an elbow at him. Okay, even if I go to do it without the grip, you can feel his grip loosening, right? You see how his arm straightens out, right? And so what we need to do is when we go to escape this, we need to be fast because he might not just grab that hand with one hand. Okay, he might grab it with one and decide he's going to punch me. Or he might be ready to grab it with the other one too. So as soon as I feel that grip, I need to react. Okay, so let's let go. And this time he grabs it again. That's how quickly I have to be, right? I have to react quickly. Actually, that was probably even slow. All right, you need to react quickly. And we're going to do it one time really slow. I grab my hand, the arm that got grabbed, right? The wrist that got grabbed. I grab that hand and I take my elbow up like I'm going to take it up to his elbow. And you see how hard it is for him to hold, right? I twist right out. And then I back up and get my safe distance, okay? Stay there for me, please, sir. My safe distance is going to be three arm lengths away, 3 grown-up arm lengths. So on our school's floor, it's about 2 squares, okay? It's almost 2 meters. So that's our safe distance. So again, he does his grab. I grab, twist, escape, and I have to use my hips when I twist, okay? And then I back out, okay? So that's what we're doing with that. Now, you got to make sure you work both sides. We're only working one side right now as a demonstration. But if you grab the other side, I would grab my hand and twist out the other direction. And one thing to remember with this on the escape is when he grabs, the hand that I grab with, that's the way I'm going to turn. Because this is now my strong side. So that's the side I've got to turn to. Okay? And then I back out with my guard up, all right? My feet, doing that number, all right? So that's the single hand, same side. Cross side, he does a grab. I'm still going to go against that thumb, which is what I was doing before. Same thing, grab with the other hand, go over top, and twist, okay? And I got to do it fast. And then I back out, okay? Until I get to my 3 arm lengths. But it doesn't mean I let my guard down. Once I get to 3 arm lengths, I can make the decision whether to run or stand and fight. But I don't really want to fight, so I'd rather run, okay? And I hope you feel the same. So that's when we do the cross grab. Let's do that again one more time. So I grab with this one right over the top. Let's move up so everybody can see. Right up over the top. Just like that. And look how it becomes an elbow towards his face. If he steps in, he might catch an elbow. All right? So that's one thing to look out for that one, okay? Now, we do the 2-on-1. So he does two hands on one wrist, okay? And this is usually a pull type scenario, like they're going to take me somewhere, right? So he might be pulling. So maybe he pulls back a little bit. So he pulls. So he steps back to pull. Now if I step in and I drop my elbow down, now I bend my knee, okay? I drop my elbow up and I bring my hand up. This is like a rising elbow here. Okay, but I bring this up and then I turn and then I back out. You know, and as soon as I get out of it, that's when I start backing out, okay? So let's do it again, sir. All right, remember, your body weight makes a big difference. So if they're a bigger, stronger person, you're going to have to work a little harder. So I'm going to give you the chance to do this. So I'm going to grab 2-on-1. So he grabs with this other hand, and he twists to his left. Okay? That took some work, though, didn't it? Now I'm going to give you a little stronger grip. Okay? I'll try not to hurt you. Right? But I got a stronger grip. Reach over the top. Now, was that tougher to get out of? Okay, give me 5. You did good. So there's the wrist grabs. 2-hand choke. With the 2-hand choke, we're going to move up on this one so you can get a better view, sir. So he puts the choke on me. It's 2 hands. Oh, put it on like you mean it. Right? Okay. So now if he's a smart guy, he has his elbow slightly down. Okay? So he's got his elbow slightly down. Lean back a little bit. There you go. Okay. So he's got his elbow slightly down. He's putting his grip on like he's going to squeeze the life out of me. Okay? So probably the best way we teach it, it's definitely the most reliable way, and the way I highly suggest people do it, is to work on one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brace here. I'm going to make sure that foot is back, so my hips are open, and I'm going to hold that. You keep your grips, okay? And I'm going to weave right up underneath this hand and back out, okay? So we'll do that again. So he puts it on. I need you to come over here, my friend. Awesome. Okay, and I brace it. Now I'm not pushing way up. Okay, I don't want to fight against what he's doing, okay? I just hold it here, so when I go to weave underneath, he tries to bring the elbow down, bring the elbow down. It's tougher for him to do. And he's weak right here at this grip. He's weaker than what he realizes, okay? One more time. One, weave underneath. Remember, step back on that side, make sure that foot's back, then you back out. We're gonna move in. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna ask you to do it, sir. So I've got my grip here, so he's gonna put his hand underneath one. He puts that foot back, and he weaves underneath. Okay? And make sure you go straight back. Okay? Let's do it one more time. That's it. Good. And he backs out. That's what he wants. He backs out so far he leaves the screen. So there's that. That's the two-hand choke. Parents, that's a good one to practice with your kids. All right? Next, we're going to do side choke. All right? Now with the side choke, that's like you got somebody, or side headlock, I'm sorry. It's like you got somebody here. I got a hold of him just like this, okay? And this is a pretty good position to have control of somebody, but the thing is, this person has a lot of options. But I just want to see one option when we do a test, okay? So when we're in this position here, what he's going to do is he's going to take his left hand, he's going to grab my hands, okay? He's going to grab on top of them so I cannot squeeze, okay? So, yeah, that's it. Now, pull down. So now maybe I can't get to his carotid, okay? He does a really good job with that. If he gets that hand in there, right here, it's even better. Okay, now it doesn't matter what I do, okay? Now he's going to take his right hand, he's going to bring it up on my shoulder. Take it behind you, sir. Right up to my face. Here it comes, right to my face, okay? All right, and now you're going to push, push, push. Now, he might not be real strong there, right? Okay, this is not a good strong position for him. So now, here's what I'm going to do. Put your fingers on my eye. Okay? Put your fingers on my eye. I'll help. And now he pushes. Push. Okay? So you're effectively poking them in the eye. All right? And that is a pretty good escape for a younger person if they can get that high with their poke. And we're going to cover that again, and then I'm going to cover something else. All right? But I'm going to do it this time. So this time he puts the headlock on me. So he wraps his arm around. I get my hand in there, all right? Now, remember, what if they're going to punch? Some people will grab you like this and they go to punch. So they take this hand back to punch, and we grab that arm. Now he tries to punch with this hand in my face. Punch. Come on, punch me as hard as you can. Oh, he got me. Now, seriously, though, holding that hand right there so that they can't get the punch, all right? And then, from there, I can do other things. Like I can take my knee behind him and take him down here. But anyway, we'll go back to the first one we're working on here. So he puts his headlock on. Grab your wrist. Grab your wrist. Okay, just like that. So I grab here so he can't put pressure on my carotid or get to the front of my throat, right? And I take this other hand up, and I can take my thumb and I can push it right here, up underneath his chin. That's uncomfortable, right? Yeah. Or I can put my fingers right on his eye and poke him in the eye, right? Okay? Nothing like a scratched cornea, right? Although sometimes those take a little bit to affect people, but usually they feel it right away. Anyway, so those are options. Now, if you're a little guy, and maybe you can't get your hand up that high, here's what you got. You got a right knee to the back of my leg. Give me a knee right there, real hard. Knee me hard. Harder. Do it hard, fast. Ow! Good one, give me 5. Okay? That's a pretty good one, and that one can work. There's also a hammer fist to the groin area. Wham! Okay, that he can use as well. So that's what I would like to see from the side control. Outside side control, the side headlock. Now we'll talk about rear headlock, okay? Or they call it the rear naked choke here. So this one, I'm coming around, I got my elbow right in front of his chin, put this hand right inside my other elbow pit right here, and I put my hand right behind his head. Now the idea is to hold them here, to squeeze, to make them fall asleep, right? So with this one, what he's going to do is he's going to grab inside my elbow with his right hand. Get your fingers in there. Dig them in, right inside my elbow, even farther. Relax. Yes. Good. And he pulls down, and now he takes the other hand and grab my wrist right here. This wrist, okay? Now what he's going to do is he's going to pull that out as he steps with his left foot this way. Right. Okay, now let's get that left foot stepping first though. Step with the left. And bend. Right. And then back out. Hands up. Okay, let's do that again. Again, from the rear choke position, I come in 1, 2, he grabs. And you got to be fast. Step. Step, look with your left. Other left. Yep, and bend forward, okay? And then back out, because it peels my arm right out of there. Now you got to do it strong and hard, okay? Let's do it one more time. Come in here like this, step hard. That's the right idea. You're getting it. Okay? So that's another escape from that, or that's an escape from that rear choke, and another one of our escapes. Now we're going to talk about bear hugs. Bear hugs are some of the most difficult ones to get out of, especially if somebody picks you up from the rear bear hug position. Front bear hug, not so bad. But if we're here, and I pick this guy up, first thing he needs to do is kick his feet out. He needs to kick them out hard, bend at the knees, and kick like he's doing a double front kick. So I'm going to pick you up. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
You sure? Okay, ready? On 3. Ready? 3. Kick out. Kick both legs, same time. Kick both, hard. Kick them higher. Your belt high. Right there. Now you're starting to get out. Now you can grab at my wrist now, because they're getting loose, right? Grab a finger, peel the finger back. Now grab opposite. So if you're going to grab one of these, you got to grab with this hand. Grab, pull back. Right. Okay, and then back out. Hurry up, because I'm going to grab you again. That's important, guys. You gotta get out of there fast. All right, so let's do that again. And when you kick your legs out, kick out super strong, all right? All right, we're going to face the camera for this one this time. Bring your knees up, your belt high when you kick, all right? These guys want to see you do well, okay? Here we go. Ready? Kick out. High. Higher. There you go. That's it. Now you dropped. Grab. Yep, that's it. Good. All right, give that guy 3 fast claps. So that's the rear, okay? And that's probably the best way, one of the best ways to get out of it. And I will tell you this, we're going to pretend like he's putting it on me, okay? So you put that on me, right? Right around my arms. All right? Now he has trouble getting the reach around, all right? But here's the deal. With this, you know, I might grab the fingers, okay? And with that, we're going to cover kind of another way to get out of that. You can grab the fingers like that. So grab a finger. Right, from there, boom, okay? And then he backs out, hurry up, get out fast, or otherwise I'm going to grab you, okay? He can grab a digit and pull it back. But when he grabs, we need him to grab from the same side. So, if you're going to grab this one, grab from this side. Okay, grab something. And remember, that pinky is an excellent one because it's a very weak little finger, right? So when you grab it, and pull it straight back. Pull hard. Pull hard, keep pulling, you got to pull harder. Keep going. You're getting the right idea, okay? But you got to pull really hard. Okay, so there's something else we can do from that position. Also, I like this one quite a bit, is getting your hips away, okay? Because it creates space. So I'm going to demonstrate this one first. So he puts the bear hug on me, all the way around my arms, okay? And what I do is I bring my hips out. Now he loses his grip, okay? He's not nearly as strong from here. So now I can start grabbing fingers and push out and get away, okay? So I'm going to have you try this. Stand right there. Okay? I'm going to put my grips on you. Now, what you need to do is you're going to put one foot way out front. Just one. Okay? And try to push your hips out a little bit more. Okay? Not your shoulders, but your hips. Put your hips forward. Hips forward, just like that. Okay? And then from there, he's loosened my grip. Now get an arm inside. So bring an arm, yep. Bring it right inside. Now push on my hands. Push on my hands. Push, 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 push. He's taking my grip, and he's doing a really good job with that. Let's do that again, because that was excellent. Okay, he hasn't done this a whole lot. So this is pretty impressive. All right, so we're here. He steps 1 foot out. Way out. Way out. There you go. Good. Now I'm losing my grip. Okay, now he's got to be careful, and we're going to cover that here in a second, but push out on the hands now. Push right in between the hands. Push harder, okay? And that's how he breaks the grip, and then he backs out. Now, one thing he's got to be careful of is my hand's coming up. So with this, he needs to hold one arm on the outside. So keep one arm here, so I can't come up and choke you, and get one arm through first. So get one arm through and push. Now get the other arm through. Now you're in a good spot. Okay? So that's how we do that. That's how we get out of that rear bear hug when they're not lifting. Okay? Next one, or last one on this, is going to be the front bear hug. Now this one, be careful when you practice this, because it's really easy to break somebody's teeth, or at least chip them, okay? So with this one, we grab around the body, around the arms. Now he's going to step back again. He's got to step back before I pick him up. Now he's created space. You can see I've lost my solid grip on him. He's going to take one hand up in between us and put it up on my chin, just like a palm heel. Fingers up, reverse your grip. Reverse your palm heel. Fingers up, like this. Okay? Let's try again. Ready? Go. One hand up, push, hard, harder, harder. With him stepping back and pushing on my head, it makes it very uncomfortable for me. Plus, there's other things he can do from there. Come here. Now, I'm not looking to see this in a test, but from here, when he does what he just did, step back, get one arm in between, push, he could throw a knee or rising front kick to the groin area, okay? And then do his escape. And that's a pretty effective type of technique, okay? All right, go to listening position number 1 for me, sir. Can you face the camera? And listening position number 1, thank you. So those are the escapes, and those are the things I'm going to ask that you work on, okay? So please, please, please spend some time on those escapes, okay? And that's pretty much it for today as far as the basic class. Let's really work on the escapes because they're very important. And unfortunately, during your test, some of you won't be able to do those escapes if you don't have somebody to work with you. It would be nice if you did. But if you don't, then I'm going to ask you to probably just show me how it would happen, imagining you had somebody grabbing you. All right, but please work on those. And we're going to give this guy 3 fast claps. Thank you, sir. Give me another high five. Come sa hapni da. Thank you. Go ahead and take a break. And we're going to talk about Master's Club. So Master's Club, bow staff is what we should be working on, and also your previous forms. Now, with bow staff, we talked about it a few weeks ago, working with some things like the open hand spins, the overhead open hand spin, and working on forward spin and reverse spin. So I'm going to grab a bow staff, and we're going to talk about that. So forward spins, remember, hands close. We talked in our last video about when you do the form, when you go to that position, the hands, they become close. You got to slide them together so that they're in the middle of the bow staff. I can't have them out here and effectively do a good, solid, balanced spin, okay? I can still get a spin going, but it's not as smooth, okay? So I want to make sure that when I finish out my combination and I go into the spins, as in, let's say, bow staff form 1, hands come in, and I spin here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, okay? Also, still paying attention to the good solid front stance or back stance, whatever your stance is when you're practicing that bow staff, all right? Overhead spin. I'm sorry, open hand. So some people like to spin towards the thumb, some people like to spin away, okay? But just working it like this and getting that balance down, back up some more, so that I have a good balance when I do the spin, okay? See, I kind of lost it there. But when you spin slow, especially with some of these lighter bows, it's trickier, I think. But just getting the balance down so you get a 180 open hand spin. And then we start working towards the full spin, okay? And that is a little trickier, okay? As you can see, I'm not the best with it. We have those that are better in our organization at the bow staff, but it's a good thing to practice. I do practice it from time to time. Practicing strong side and weak side with this spin is very important. Like if I did my left hand right now, not as good, okay? There's my half, to do a full, I have to re-grip. But working on those open hand spins is a great thing. Make sure that you're in an area that you're not going to knock anything over, damage anything, so outside the house is best. Reviewing your forms as well. Bow staff form 1, bow staff form 2, super duper important. So that's Master's Club. I'm going to ask that you guys spend another at least 15 minutes practicing these escapes. And if you have trouble, go back and review. Okay, just run back through the video and review. If you have questions about the escapes, send them to me. Okay, email them to me at namai10yy@yahoo.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch today. I appreciate it. Kamsahamnida. We didn't do flags when we started because I was so excited to have Amir here working with me. So we're going to go ahead and do flags now. 준비. Trip. Kinye. Meditation. Boro. Anjo. Mokyam. Baro. Rosat. Juliet. Kinye. Thank you again, my friends, for watching. I look forward to seeing you in class soon, and I have a feeling it's going to be sooner than what we think. Train hard. Remember, testing is right around the corners next week, so let's make sure we hit those testing requirements, and we'll see you there. Kamsahamnida.